Hey Scorpio, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica. Why don't you sit a spell and we'll talk about the stars. On September the 1st, we'll be experiencing a new moon solar eclipse at 9 degrees of Virgo. The Sabian symbol for 9 degrees of Virgo reads, two heads looking out and beyond the shadows. And when I was meditating on this, I really kept seeing people coming out of like a storm shelter or a bomb shelter and literally just surveying the lay of the land, their new reality. That's really what eclipse season is. It's just seeing your world in a different perspective, from a different light. Sometimes the smallest shift is all that it takes. Sabian symbols were created in 1925 by a clairvoyant named Elsie Wheeler, and they're used to symbolize 0 to 30 degrees of each zodiac sign of the astrological wheel. This new moon solar eclipse will be occurring for you, Scorpio, in the 11th house. The 11th house is the house of your bucket list. It's future wishes, goals. It's also the house of your friendships and your groups, the memberships that you may be a part of, or the associations that you may belong to. I got a new mic. It's supposed to be noise canceling. There is a tremendous amount of construction occurring just right outside my front door. The asphalt has now happened to my driveway, and they are busting up the old asphalt to lay new concrete, so it's a little loud. I hope that you can't hear it. If you can, I'm sorry. But back to your astrology. The 11th house is going to be having a T-square to it as well, from the 2nd house and the 5th house. The 2nd house is where you have Saturn and Mars in Sagittarius, and the 2nd house is the house of your values, the money, possessions, earning ability, and self-esteem that you have. And it'll be squaring up to Neptune and Pisces, which is in your 5th house. And that's the house of creativity, children, social life, and pleasure. The things that you do that, that bring you a great amount of satisfaction. Could also be pets as well. So this is a lot going on the new moon solar eclipse. A new moon is a good time for planting seeds, but a new moon solar eclipse is like a new moon on 6 Red Bulls. On the 9th, we have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, achievement, and excess, moving into Libra, which is your 12th house. The 12th house is the darkest house on the astrological wheel to see. That's not dark or emo or 1,000 teardrops in your diary kind of stuff. Could be, but usually not. It's more to the idea of secret enemies, self-undoing, karma, limitation, repression. Could also be speaking to your dreams or secrets that you keep from yourself. So your dream world may really be expanding, or you may really be finding out about people who have not exactly had your best interest at heart. It could be a very karmic time for you. This Jupiter transit lasts about a year. So just be aware that this is going to be something that will be with you for a while. And then after Libra, it's us. It'll be in our 1st house, and we'll get to that next year. On the 10th, we have some pretty harsh energy happening. It's an exact square between Saturn and Neptune. This is between Sagittarius and Pisces, between your 2nd and 5th house. An exact square means that there will be a lot of tension occurring between the house of your values, pardon me, your values, which covers money, possessions, your earning ability, and self-esteem, to the 5th house, which is creativity, children, social life, and pleasure. Now, I drew a diagram to represent this eclipse that I should have shown y'all earlier, but hey, it's Mercury going retrograde today. Shout out. The new moon solar eclipse is occurring for you in your 11th house. So this represents your 11th house energy, where the sun, the moon, and Jupiter are all at in Virgo. The T-square to Saturn and Mars in your 2nd house will be down here. And then the other portion of the T-square for Neptune and Pisces is going to be up here, and this would represent your 5th house. And this is going to make you feel like you're being pulled in 3 different directions, and it's going to present probably an area of tension, worry, or concern for you in at least one of those houses. So Now, if you want to go ahead and skip forward to the tarot portion, if you're watching this at the release date, go ahead and do that, because the rest of the astrology is going to be for the rest of the month. So, but if you're tuning back in for the mid-month, welcome back. On the 16th, we'll have a full moon prenumbral lunar eclipse at 24 degrees of Pisces in your 5th house. And this is going to be some sensitive energy, a lot of, it could be the ending of a creative project, or a way that you seek pleasure or deal with your social life. It could be, because full moons deal with endings. And eclipses eclipse things out of your world. The 5th house covers pleasure, social life, children, and creativity. It's an expressive house. It's very, for you to be a creative person, you have to have a lot of self-confidence, and not necessarily be an egocentric person, but you need to have a strong enough ego to be able to follow that creative voice. And it could be a very sensitive time for you in that area. So just breathe through it. This too shall pass, even if it feels like a kidney stone, right? On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Libra. Pardon me. The sun moving into Libra, which is your 12th house. And that is the house of limitation, repression, karma, secret enemies, secrets that you keep from yourself, self-undoing, and even your dreams. So, once again, your dreams may be very enhanced. You may want to keep a dream journal. The very same day, on the 22nd, we have Mercury going station direct, making his post-retrograde movement in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of goals, bucket lists, wishes, future dreams, groups, friendships, and associations that you may be a part of, or memberships that you may hold. On the 24th, we have Venus moving into Scorpio. That is our 1st house, and we are going to be feeling ourselves. I say that because I have a Scorpio rising. Venus is a planet of harmony, love, and beauty, moving into our 1st house, which is the house of personality, physical body, and appearance. It is the physical embodiment of who you are and how others see you. Would probably be a good time for you to consider a makeover. I would wait until Mercury got out of its shadow completely, but yeah, Venus is always a nice time for a makeover when it moves into your 1st house. On the 28th, we have Mars, the planet of energy, impulse, and aggression, moving into Capricorn, which is our 3rd house. And that is the house of short distance journeys or trips, siblings, cousins, or neighbors, and also communication. Now, communication is a broad area in itself. It can cover how you speak, how others understand you, how you understand others. It can cover your vehicle, getting from point A to point B, your commute. It can cover technological devices. So be careful in your driving. Road rage may be a little bit high for us towards the end of the month. Just be calm. And be calm with your communication and your speech, because you could be forceful towards that as well. On the 30th, we have a new moon at 8 degrees of Libra in your 12th house. Once again, limitations, if I could speak. Hello, Mercury retrograde. Limitations, repression, karma, self-undoing, secret enemies, secrets that you keep from yourself, and dreams. That's what's going on for you astrologically, Scorpio. I'm going to transition over to the tarot portion for you. I'm also going to pull some oracle cards from Adoring Virtue deck, and also from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my voice. I'm having difficult times right now. Thank you for bearing with me. I appreciate you being here, and I'll be right back, y'all. Hang tight. Hey, Scorpio. I'm back with the cards. I've been shuffling and meditating and asking for the general messages to come forth for this new moon solar eclipse for my Scorpio brothers and sisters. I hope this video finds you in good spirits. I hope that if you are not having a good day, I hope that this video brightens your day. A lot of 5th house energy going on in the first half of the month. Pleasure, social life, children, creativity. Areas that you're going to be dealing with focus. Wise. All of your creative pursuits and endeavors. I'm going to go ahead and cut for you. The bottom card for the overarching theme or the underlying energy, however you choose to see it. The top 3 for clarity. Also going to pull Butterfly Oracle card for Life Changes by Doreen Virtue. And a Sacred Rebels Oracle card by Elena Fairchild. The artwork is done by Autumn Sky Morrison. For my Scorpio friends. How does it feel to have Mars out of Earth sign? Pretty good. I don't feel like I'm running like 20 degrees hotter anymore, and I don't feel near as aggressive as I did. For a little while I was feeling like a rattlesnake ready to bite, just wishing somebody would. That one. I'm going to take the bottom one as well. The Sacred Rebels Oracle card. These cards are kind of flying all over the place. Let's try this again. And once again, if you can hear any of the construction outside, I apologize. I upgraded my mic. It's a little closer to my mouth. They did pretty good last night for the 2 videos that I shot for, so okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. I'm going to get the numbers down. All right. The top card that you, or the top card, the bottom card that you got for the overarching theme or the underlying energy, however you choose to see it, is the King of Pentacles upright. The King of Pentacles is covered in just royalty, really. I mean, he's a king. He's got everything that he needs and then some. And doesn't really have to worry about this pentacle right here. It's stably on his like on his knee, on his, it's not anything of focus to him. It's like, yeah, I've got this. The Pentacles energy represents earth sign energy. The earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Could be their sun, moon, or rising. You won't know that unless you've looked at their chart or they've given you that information. Pentacles in themselves represent resources that you would expend on another living thing or situation. Could also be your health. Resources could be anything from your time, energy, love, resources that you have on hand, money in the very earthly, mundane sense. He's grounded. He knows how to produce and make things happen and is able to provide for himself very well and then some. This is your overarching theme or underlying energy, however you choose to see it, Scorpio. The first card that you got for the top 3 for clarity is Judgment in reverse. Judgment is a major arcana card. It is the 20th card. 2 plus 0 is 2, which represents the Taurus ruled house of values, money, possessions, earning ability, and self-esteem. Hello. Taurus house, ruled, money, possessions, earning ability, self-esteem. All of these things very much covered by the King of Pentacles. Judgment as a major arcana card is representative of the planet Pluto, which is representative of transformation, deep renewal, deep change, fundamental change, not just cosmetic, it's at the core. In the upright, it means an evaluation or tying up of loose ends. It could also mean you're dealing with a judgment of some sort. You can't escape the picture of the rapture, souls leaving the ground. Pluto is in Capricorn right now, and you are having Mars moving into Capricorn towards the end of the month. This reading may extend past mid-month. Pluto in Capricorn is let me flip my notes and see. Capricorn is your 3rd house, and that's dealing with communication, short distance journeys, siblings, cousins, and neighbors. You may be dealing with judgment from people who are closest to you in how you're spending your resources, or what you're doing with your time, or what you're doing with your like for your creative pursuits as well. You may be dealing with judgment for that because you have a lot of, it seems like you may be undergoing a judgment of some sort by your friends or groups. And it could be in relation to the 5th house energy. 5th house is creativity, social life, pleasures, children, the things that you invest in that you feel as though you really are invested in. You have a stake in it. You have skin in the game. The second card that you got was the Tower in reverse. We always like the Tower better in reverse. This could be the ebbing out of the situation from the prenumbral lunar eclipse from August as well. This could be dealing with that, the effects of that. The Tower is the 16th card of the major arcana. 1 plus 6 is 7. The 7th house is ruled by Libra, and it is the house that that covers counseling and open enemies. It deals with how we identify with others and our partnerships. Partnerships could be intimate partnerships, business partnerships, friendships, casual, acquaintances, that sort of thing. The Tower as a major arcana card represents Mars, which is also moving. Mars is moving into Capricorn, which is your 3rd house. This is speaking towards the second part of the month, I believe, or dealing with the last part of last month. It just depends, because we all have aspects that hit us in different ways, and the energy hits us at different times. The Tower represents the planet Mars, which is representative of energy, impulse, and aggression, which I said was moving into Capricorn, which for you, Scorpio, is your third house. That's going to be occurring towards the end of this month. In the upright, it represents a crisis point or profound discovery. It's like the aha moment, literally like that ground-breaking idea or mind-altering moment where everything changes and it won't ever be the same again, that sort of thing. There's Zoe. She's mad at the construction workers, and she's mad that I'm recording. In the reverse, though, it's like this is, you're dealing with the after effects. The majority of us aren't dealing with the tower itself. We're dealing with the cleanup of the tower falling. And you may be doing the cleanup of your friends list, if you will, because of the judgment that's coming to you over this creative endeavor that you've got going on. Is how I'm seeing it. The last card that you got is the Magician in reverse. You got your top three for clarity. All three were major arcana, and they were all three in reverse. So it could feel like things are completely out of your control, which is understandable. It's eclipse season, and we're being pulled back on the path that we need to be pulled back onto. But if it's not in your control, then it's something that's already occurred, and you're dealing with the after effects. You're dealing with the ripples in the water, if you will. The Magician is the number one card in the major arcana. The one speaks to the first house, which is our personality, physical body, and appearance. It's the physical embodiment of who we are and how others around us see us. The Magician is representative of the planet Mercury, which is retrograde, which is why this guy's in reverse. Mercury is a planet of communication, thought, and movement. The Magician in the upright represents perception, being able to make connections, and doing adequate problem solving. It seems like Mercury retrograde is really going to be a booger for you. Let me look at my notes. 11th house, yeah. Mercury retrograde in the 11th house. If you do anything online, you may have a hard time articulating your message, or people may not be receiving the message that you're trying to send. The best thing I can do is tell you to think of the quote that I love to use by John Stewart. There are only two things that you control: your intent and your execution. Everything else is subjective. So, and I'm a Scorpio riser. I may be dealing with people, you know, not liking these readings. I'm sorry if that's the case. I'm doing the very best that I can by y'all. Back to this reading, though. I really feel like this represents Mercury retrograde for you. It is the third of the top three for clarity. You could be dealing with this judgment, this fallout of the miscommunication. Be kind, understand that there is going to be a lot of miscommunication rampant. That's just a part of Mercury retrograde. That's just the way that it goes. The 11th house also governs the internet. So like I said, if you deal with anything on the internet, you may be misunderstood, especially if it's a creative pursuit. And this is my creative pursuit. That's why I was kind of using that as an example. To thine own self be true. Follow the beat of the drummer in your head, and you will end up like this guy. Just understand that not everybody's gonna recognize your path or see your vision or understand it, and it's not theirs to understand. It's for you to learn and hopefully help others grow too. I added up the total of the numbers in this spread, and it ended up being 37. We had 20 for Judgment, 17 for the Tower. Okay, 20 for Judgment, 17, that's 37. And 1 is 38. 3 plus 8 is 11. I did wrong math because Louisiana schools are awesome. No, I'm playing. I can do math. I'm distracted, but I can do math. Mercury retrograde, right? Okay, the 11th house. You are definitely having this new moon solar eclipse there. The 11th house speaks to friendship, groups, future wishes, goals, dreams, bucket list type energy. Internet, if you have an internet-based business, or how you get your creative outlet out into the world, might be having issues with that because the overall number for this spread was 11. Heads up to my Scorpio brothers and sisters on that. Breathe, baby, breathe. We're all going through this. I'm not gonna put this up just yet. I have a feeling I'm gonna need them. All right, moving on to your Sacred Rebel Oracle card by Elena Fairchild. Oh, my nose is itching. What does that mean? My nose has been incessantly itching. Collaborative dreaming. Now for me, this really represents the collaborative process and the creation process, where it usually indicates or the need for there to be, even as a creator, there has to be some point of inspiration, which involves usually another individual, either their work or witnessing what they're doing. Creation is not a solo project. There's there's things, little gifts from the universe, if you will, that come to us through other people and divine earth angels, if you will. You could be dealing with collaboration, or possibly making your dream come true with a partner, which is pretty cool because you are having the friendship, groups, future wishes, goals, and dreams. New moon solar eclipse. This is a new moon on 6 Red Bulls, y'all. Take advantage of it. The collaborative dreaming card is the number 28 card in the Sacred Rebels Oracle card deck. 2 plus 8 is 10, and that speaks to the Capricorn ruled house of career, status, reputation, authorities or authority figures, and destiny. This collaboration that could be coming your way could very much feel like it's destiny. And it can pave the way for a beautiful path. And I say that because the underlying theme or the overarching energy was this King of Pentacles, who is all about his money, who is all about his possessions and resources. And this could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And Capricorn rules the 10th house. So this new collaboration that's coming your way with friends, groups, associations that you may have, it could be good for your future. For this new moon solar eclipse, one of the butterfly oracle cards that you got from Doreen Virtue was Welcome the New. And hello, is this not perfect for a new moon solar eclipse? New moons are initiation points, and solar eclipses are the beginning and birth of something new. Welcome to the new. Welcome any opportunity that comes your way. It's now under the influence of a Mercury retrograde, so understand that details may be forthcoming. You may not have the entirety of the picture, and you may have to go back and reassess and re-edit and revise, but that's okay. Life is nothing more than an editing process, correct? Embrace the new. Don't be afraid of it. Eclipse season is putting us on the path that we're supposed to be on, so trust this time. The other card that you got was Parental Care. Now, if you're an adult, this could mean that you need to check in on your parents and make sure that they're okay. It could be that you need to strengthen your bond with your parents if there isn't a bond with your parents. If you have children, it could be that you need to let your children spend more time with your parents, to let the grandparents get their grandparents' time in. If your parents are no longer with you, it could be that your parents are trying to get messages to you through your dreams, because you are going to be experiencing a lot of 12th house energy coming up very soon. And if nothing else, Scorpio, take care of yourself. Parent yourself the way that you wish that you had been parented if you didn't have an ideal childhood. Self-care is important during these times. We need to be careful with our emotions, especially because we are psychic sponges, but we need to be careful with other people's emotions. We can be very cutting if we aren't in a balanced place, and these eclipses are sensitive times. So take care of yourself the way that you would need a parent or adult figure to take care of you, and parent that inner child of yours as well. This is a time for healing, immense healing through grief and trauma. I mean, that's the whole axis point of the Virgo Pisces eclipses that we're undergoing right now, is healing through some sort of trauma, healing through some sort of chaos that's outside of our hands, but still trusting the flow and following it. Scorpio, I hope that you found this empowering and enlightening. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it more than you know. To my new viewers, thank you so much for being here. I know I say thank you a lot, but it's really honestly coming from a place of pure gratitude and just completely humbled love. Y'all are blowing me away. I hope you have a good first half of September. Things will look completely different by the end of the month, and I hope that it's for the better for you. Take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and save some of that kindness for others, because we're all feeling especially sensitive right now. I'll be seeing you for the full moon and the new moon. I'll pull some cards for you then. I'll have all of this timestamp below. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye.